What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Two-Wheeled Rider YouTube channel. My name is Mario Orsini, and hopefully you tuned into this video because you want to know how much money a channel between, we'll say, 15 and almost 20,000 subscribers makes. If you tuned in for some other reason, well, you're probably going to be disappointed. All right, so I'm not going to make you wait to the end to get the total, but I want to give you a heads up. I'm actually going to give you two different totals. The first one will be based off of the same ad revenue streams that we used in last year's video for comparison purposes. The other total that I'll give you later on in the video will be the overall revenue total. This isn't profit, just revenue from some additional revenue streams that I added in this year. So the grand total for this year, $5,080.12. I actually broke 5K. I'm kind of excited about that. So I want to break down how we came up with that number. So we're going to hop into my computer because the biggest number comes from YouTube ad revenue. So let's check that out and then I'll come back and break down the others. Okay, so the biggest amount of revenue came in from YouTube ad revenue. So we are going to go into analytics and go to 2020, and I'll show you how this kind of breaks down. So we can see I made $4,322.59 of that total from YouTube ad revenue. Now if we click on, and that was from 1.128 million views, not all of those were monetized. So if I click on revenue, you can see the ad revenue was up 6% this year from last year, despite the fact I posted like 30, 40 less videos. And that's because the playback CPM, so CPM is cost per milli, which means cost per 1,000. That's how much I made per 1,000 views. And then you also have the revenue per milli on there. So you can kind of see the breakdown month to month. Obviously, we're just getting into January, so that doesn't mean much right now. And we can also see the top earning videos were still my review videos, with the exception of this Yellowstone video, which has climbed up to almost $100 at this point. So obviously I'll be doing more review videos next year. And then it breaks down the type of ads that we had on here, whether they're skippable, bumper ads, non-skippable ads, those sorts of things. And then a breakdown here between ad revenue and then premium. For those of you on YouTube Premium, that's how much that kicked in. So anyway, you can see, and obviously you guys are getting a look into my dashboard, see how many views I got within the last 48 hours, all those sorts of things, which is fine by me. We can see, breakdown of some of the other stuff on here. But anyway, those of you on YouTube are familiar with all these tools, but the big thing is the ad revenue. Wanted you guys to see how that broke down. You can see that here later in the year, things really jumped up, and that's when my cross-country series went up, which you guys really seem to enjoy. There's a lot of engagement on there. So good end of the year to finish strong with that number and up 6%, so I'm pretty happy with that. So with YouTube ad revenue up just about 6%, the only category I took a dip in was the next one, which is Amazon KDP. For those of you who aren't familiar with that, it used to be called CreateSpace years ago. It's Amazon's self-publishing platform. If you weren't aware, shameless plug, I have published 2 books, Motorcyclist Guide to Travel and 2 Up Motorcycle Riding, a Beginner's Guide. Don't buy this book. I'm actually, I don't know if it's going to be a revised copy or a new version of it, but something's going to come out in 2021. If you want to get it off the website, it's still a really good book, but I am in the middle of updating it. So Amazon KDP revenue is basically the royalties I get through selling my books through Amazon. So that came out this year to $262.38, which is a 44% drop from the previous year. And that's because the one book I wrote in 2017, the other one 2018. Of course, it's going to drop off a little bit over time, but still appreciate everybody that bought the book. The other ad revenue stream through Amazon is what's called an Amazon Associates or Amazon Affiliate account. So if you guys go down to the description, you'll see where I have a storefront on there. Also, sometimes I review products that are available through Amazon. 9 times out of 10, if there's a link there, I get a small commission if you bought a product that I recommended. I'm very careful about what I recommend. I only recommend stuff that I actually use or believe in. So That revenue stream was actually up 29% from last year to $367.94. And then the one that was really embarrassing last year was Teespring. That is actually up 351%. So Teespring is who I use for t-shirts, hoodies, two-wheeled rider hoodies, those sorts of things. They're actually a really good company to work with. Typically I use them for like event t-shirts, but we do have t-shirts, hoodies, long sleeves, those sorts of things available. I think we got a couple other products on there, masks, because obviously those are popular right now. That was up to $127.21 this year. Still mainly use them for events and ordering stuff for myself. So anyway, that's the breakdown on all the ad revenue streams from last year. What I decided to add in this year to the overall total, which comes out to $6,841.13, are website sales, which made up $166.74. That includes these books. While available on Amazon, you can also get them off my website, which they come signed to whomever you're buying them for, if you're buying them for yourself, whatever. I throw some stickers in, those sorts of things. Also have some other products on twowheeledrider.com, so go check it out. The Wild and Wonderful Weekend events, which we only did one this year, I always say I don't make any money off these. This year I might have made enough to cover my own trip. But the revenue, again, not profit, just revenue from that, was $1,016.76. And the other big thing is Brian and I started a podcast a little less than a year ago. It was in January of last year, but we haven't quite hit that 1 year mark. And thank you guys so much that have been supporting it. If you haven't checked it out, be sure to check it out on any of your favorite podcast platforms. It's Two Wheeled Rider Podcast, pretty easy to remember. But we do have some monthly subscribers to that where we're doing some cool things, and we're going to continue to add to that. That came out to $577.51. So that's how we got that total number of $6,843.13. So anyway, not getting rich off of YouTube or making podcasts, but it keeps going up each year. It's good motivation to keep me going. But honestly, if I made $0, we would probably still be doing all this stuff. So anyway, I hope you found this video informative. As the channel grows, as the podcast grows, I'm sure these numbers will continue to grow, but I'm not quitting my day job anytime soon. Just wanted to share this with you. I mean, if it weren't for you guys watching this video, listening to the podcast, those sorts of things, some of this stuff may not be possible because while I can afford to, still make the videos, it is nice to have, that little bit of additional income coming in to upgrade cameras and, grab extra memory cards, hard drives, all those sorts of things. I'm essentially making no money off of this by the time I invest it back into the channel, but I hope you guys are enjoying it. So anyway, like I said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, consider hitting that subscribe button, because if you like motorcycles, well, this is the place to be. If you have any questions about any of the numbers I went over, any of the breakdown, anything to do with that, let me know down in the comment section below. I'd be happy to discuss it with you. And as always, I'll talk to you again soon.